This profession is more than just arranging funerals. Discover the deeply meaningful career of a funeral director. While it might not be the first career that comes to mind, being a funeral director in the UK is a deeply important and respected profession. If you are compassionate, organized and want a career that makes a real difference in people's lives, then becoming a funeral director could be a surprisingly fulfilling path. Let's explore this often misunderstood but vital profession. So, you're considering a career as a funeral director? Let's talk about the qualifications and training you'll need first. Interestingly, unlike some professions, there are no strict minimum academic qualifications legally required to become a funeral director in the UK. However, don't let that mislead you. Qualifications and training are still incredibly important for professional development and career advancement in this field. While not mandatory, having GCSEs or National 5s in subjects like English, maths and even science subjects like chemistry and biology can be advantageous. These subjects can help you with the communication, administrative and potentially some of the scientific aspects like embalming, although this is often a specialist role of funeral work. You'll typically start your career as a funeral assistant, learning the ropes from the ground up. If the role involves driving duties, and many assistant roles do, you will absolutely need a full driving license. Now, let's talk about specific industry qualifications. The National Association of Funeral Directors, NAFD, is a key provider of training in the UK. They offer a range of qualifications, starting with the NAFD Diploma in Funeral Arranging and Administration, DIP. FAA. This diploma is specifically designed for funeral arrangers, administrators and aspiring funeral directors. It's a fantastic standalone qualification that covers the core skills you'll need in the profession. If you already have experience in funeral directing or if you've successfully completed the DIP. FAA, then the NAFD Diploma in Funeral Directing, DIP. FD, is the next step. This diploma is designed to equip you with more advanced skills, including team management, which is crucial as you progress in your career. For those who are completely new to the sector and just want to get a feel for it, the NAFD also offers a helpful online funeral service awareness course. This is a great starting point to see if this career path is right for you before committing to more in-depth training. Beyond NAFD qualifications, you can also consider the BTEC in Principles of Funeral Operations and Services, offered at levels 2 and 3. These BTEC qualifications provide a broader vocational route into funeral services. The Cooperative Funeral Services, a large provider in the UK, even runs an apprenticeship scheme. This allows you to earn while you learn and study for a Level 2 or Level 3 certificate, depending on your role and prior experience within the county op. Finally, the British Institute of Funeral Directors, BIFD, is another important organisation. For those just exploring the profession, they offer an Introduction to Funeral Service course to give you initial insights. For industry professionals, the BIFD provides the Certificate in Funeral Service and the Diploma in Funeral Service, offering further avenues for professional development. So, while degrees aren't mandatory, gaining relevant qualifications from organisations like NAFD, SAFE, BTEC, City and Guilds and BIFD is highly recommended and often expected by employers as you advance in your funeral directing career. Starting as an assistant and working your way up, while gaining these qualifications, is a very typical and well-respected path into this vital profession. What does a funeral director actually do? It's a multifaceted role that goes far beyond simply arranging funerals. At its heart, the role of a funeral director is to guide and support bereaved families through the process of arranging a funeral for their loved one. This involves a wide range of responsibilities, all handled with utmost sensitivity and professionalism. You'll be meeting with families to discuss funeral arrangements, understanding their wishes and providing guidance on options for services, ceremonies and tributes. You'll be handling all the practical and logistical aspects of the funeral, including arranging transportation of the deceased, liaising with clergy or celebrants, preparing the deceased for viewing, arranging the venue, coordinating with cemeteries or crematoria, and managing all legal documentation and paperwork. Providing emotional support and bereavement advice to families is a crucial part of the role. You'll also be managing funeral home staff, overseeing funeral services and handling the financial and administrative aspects of the funeral business. Increasingly, funeral directors are involved in pre-need funeral planning, helping individuals plan their own funerals in advance. Is being a funeral director the right career path for you? It requires a unique combination of personal qualities and skills. Firstly, compassion, empathy and genuine care for others are absolutely essential. You need to be able to connect with people during their most vulnerable moments and provide comfort and support with sensitivity. Excellent communication and interpersonal skills are crucial for building trust with bereaved families, actively listening to their needs and explaining complex information clearly and sensitively. Strong organizational and administrative skills are vital for managing the many logistical and practical aspects of funeral arrangements. Attention to detail and meticulousness are important to ensure accuracy in paperwork and flawless execution of funeral services. Resilience, emotional stability and the ability to cope with grief and loss are necessary to manage the emotional demands of the job. If you are a compassionate, organized and service-oriented individual who can handle emotionally challenging situations with grace and professionalism, then you may be well suited to this career. What are the typical working conditions for a funeral director in the UK? It's a unique and often emotionally demanding environment. Funeral directors typically work in funeral homes or parlors, which are often located in residential or community areas. The environment is usually quiet, respectful and professional. You'll be working both indoors in the funeral home and outdoors when conducting funerals at cemeteries or crematoria. You may also visit families in their homes to discuss arrangements. Working hours can be irregular and unpredictable, as funeral services can take place at any time, including evenings, weekends and holidays. On-call duties are common, as you need to be available to respond to requests for funeral arrangements at any time. The work can be emotionally demanding, as you are constantly dealing with grieving families and sensitive situations. You'll be required to wear professional and formal attire at all times. While the environment is often somber, it can also be a place of quiet support and meaningful work, providing comfort and assistance to those in need. What are the career prospects for funeral directors in the UK? It's a stable and essential profession with opportunities for progression. Career progression often involves moving into funeral home management roles, becoming a senior funeral director or managing multiple funeral homes within a larger organization. Specialization is also possible, focusing on areas like pre-need funeral planning, bereavement support services or specific types of funeral services like eco-funerals, religious funerals. Some funeral directors choose to establish their own independent funeral homes, building their own businesses and serving their local communities. Continuous professional development and staying updated with industry trends, bereavement support practices and ethical considerations are important for career advancement. While the profession may not see rapid growth, the demand for funeral services remains constant, providing job security and stable career paths for dedicated professionals. While funeral director is a specialized role, the skills you develop are surprisingly transferable to other people-focused and service-oriented professions. Your counseling and bereavement support skills could be valuable in roles within social care, grief counseling or palliative care settings. Event management skills, honed through arranging complex funeral services, can be applied to other event planning roles in various sectors. Customer service and client relationship management skills are transferable to any industry where building trust and providing personalized service are key. Your organizational and administrative skills are valuable in office management, administration or project coordination roles across diverse sectors. With a focus on the business aspects of funeral directing, you could move into business management or small business ownership in various service industries. The core skills of compassion, organization and service orientation are highly valued across many professions. Let's weigh the pros and cons of a career as a funeral director. The advantages are deeply meaningful. You're making a significant positive impact on people's lives during their most difficult times. You're providing a vital community service, supporting bereaved families and arranging meaningful farewells. The work offers a strong sense of purpose and job satisfaction, knowing you're helping people through loss. The disadvantages include: the work is emotionally demanding and can be stressful, constantly dealing with grief and loss. Irregular and unpredictable working hours, including on-call duties, can impact work-life balance. Exposure to death and grieving individuals can be emotionally taxing over time. Public perception of the profession can sometimes be negative or misunderstood, despite its vital role. And the financial rewards, while decent, may not be as high as some other professions requiring similar levels of responsibility and emotional labor. Let's talk about the earning potential for funeral directors in the UK. Salaries can vary depending on experience, qualifications, location, and the size and type of funeral home. Entry-level positions, such as funeral arranger or trainee funeral director roles, may start in the range of £20,000 to £26,000 per year. With experience and qualifications, qualified funeral directors can earn £28,000 to £40,000 annually. Senior funeral directors, funeral home managers, or those managing larger funeral businesses can command salaries of £40,000 to £60,000 plus per year. Owners of successful independent funeral homes can potentially earn more, but income can be variable depending on business performance. Salaries in London and larger cities may be slightly higher to reflect the cost of living. While not a high-paying profession compared to some, funeral directing offers a decent and stable income for those committed to the career. Want to explore a career as a funeral director further? Here are some key resources to guide your research. The National Association of Funeral Directors, NAFD, website is an essential resource, offering information on training, qualifications, industry news, and a directory of funeral homes. The National Society of Allied and Independent Funeral Directors, SAFE, website provides similar resources, particularly focused on independent funeral businesses. The Funeral Service Journal is a UK industry publication that covers news, trends, and best practices in the funeral profession, useful for staying informed. Thanks for watching Career Chronicles UK. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. They're packed with resources to help you fast-track your journey. See you in the next video.